Welcome to the CASSIS tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will look at how to fit a polynomial baseline and save the resulting continuum-free spectrum. After having started CASSIS, open a spectrum analysis window by clicking on Models and Spectrum Analysis, or simply by clicking on the Spectrum Analysis icon. Click on the Load button to open a file browser and select your data file. Note that you can store your favorite folder in this right-hand side panel for quick access to your directory. And click on Display to get the spectrum. Let's zoom into a place where we would like to fit the continuum. Now, in this particular case of a large spectrum, more than several thousands of points, it is not recommended to directly proceed with the fit. Indeed, if you do so, CASSIS will fit the entire spectrum, not just the part that you zoomed in, and CASSIS would likely run out of memory with such a large number of points. Typical number is to try and keep under 100,000 points for CASSIS running with 1024 megabytes. So what you should do instead here is go back to the spectrum analysis window and specify a reduced range here. For example, from 509 gigahertz to 511, and display. We can now go to the Fit tab and choose a component from the Manage component. You can add a baseline or a line. For a mathematical description of these components, please have a look at the online help. So in this tutorial, we will add a polynomial baseline. You can choose the degree of the polynomial. Here, a degree, the default of 1 is okay. And now with the middle click and drag, you select the regions you want to fit. So I select line-free region with middle click and drag. And if you're not satisfied with a selection, for example, here I selected a line which I shouldn't have, so you can reset the last selection or reset all selections if you're not satisfied at all and you want to restart from the beginning. So middle click and drag, and this last part. Just a quick note on the numbers appearing after each selection, which represent the first moment or integrated intensity in the region you just selected. It is not very useful for baseline fitting, but it will be when dealing with line fitting. So now that we're done with the selection of the region, we can click on Fit Current to proceed with the fit. You can see here the number that represents the RMS of the data. If you go to Info Panel, you have an indication of the meaning of the different colors. In red, you have the global fit in case of several components. Here we only have one component represented by fit 1 in blue. So if you deselect the red, you can see that it is the same as the blue polynomial baseline. And in orange, you have the residuals. Now let's go back to the Fit tab to see how to save the resulting continuum-free spectrum. Subtract the fit. We have now the continuum at 0. Go to File and Save. Go to the directory where you would like to save the data. This directory is fine to me. Give a name to your new spectrum. And also choose an extension. You have the choice between several ones: PDF file, PNG image, a CASSIS format, or view table. So let's use the CASSIS format, which is a simple ASCII file. And click on Save. That's it. We're done for this tutorial. Thank you for following it. On our website, YouTube, and Dailymotion channels, You will find other tutorials describing line fitting and more advanced features such as multi-component fitting. So do not hesitate to visit and give us your feedback by emailing us.